Okay, so I had to switch my cameras because the other one definitely was dying. So we left off with the Clinique Even Better. I'm going to repurchase it. I got it in 33 espresso, which definitely is probably a little bit darker for me now, but I like to mix this with my BB creams. In the summertime, I love it because it does do exactly what it says. It's even better, and I'm probably going to switch over and start using this mix a little bit just because I do have some breakouts. I used a product and it made my face go crazy. It also could be because I was staying at Handsome's and I might have used his cleanser because I was out, and you know, things for men are definitely not for women, and I thought I was safe because it was like, it didn't say for men on the bottle, and I know it's for men, but sometimes they have those unisex kind of oil-free cleansers. We're both oily skin, so go figure. I made a mistake, of course, and you can't tell so much right now, but those two together, when I do use them, I get so many compliments. So many people say that my skin looks great and it looks healthy, and I just really like the way that it does make my skin look, especially for liquid. And like I said, in the summertime, it's definitely my go-to. I don't use a lot of it, but for right now, especially with my skin being a little dryish, I'll probably use that just to even things out and make things better. I hope you can't see like the dry tones. I put a lot of highlighter here. That highlight though, that's ELF. The one good thing I think they've done for me in a while. Ugh. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to L'Oreal. L'Oreal has the True Match. These are not my shade. These are for my kit. I have not tried them, so therefore I'm not going to speak on them. I know a lot of beauty gurus love them and they think they're the bomb.com. I will, definitely give a review when I use them. But the next is the Lumi. I love this. This is just, I don't even know how to say, like healthy luminous makeup. That's exactly what it does. It gives you this healthy luminous glowing skin, and I'm oily, and you guys know I hate looking like dew o'clock or whatever, or looking like an oil shine. Like, there's a certain kind of luminous, and then there's oil. This gives you that luminous look, and I really like it. It doesn't control my oils. I definitely have to use powder with it, but I do love the way that it makes my skin look, and that is important. When finding a foundation, yes, it's, important to think about price and your color shade, but think about how it makes your skin look. If you look cakey, and hey, if that's your look, then yeah, definitely go for that. But if you're looking for healthy, luminous, I want vibrant, I want to look like myself, if you're looking for that, then try to find exactly what foundation gives you that. Don't always just run to the masses and do what they do. There's a reason for everything. There's a foundation for everything. And if you're looking for just, a really nice, not matte, but just healthy kind of glow, try out the Lumi if you hadn't. It's a little pricey for drugstore, but it is very much worth it. And it does have the spout pump, so I really do like that part about it. The next is Makeup Forever. I have this in the matte velvet, or maybe it's number 80, I'm not sure. This is the only Makeup Forever besides my camouflage concealer palette that I have. I do love this foundation. I will say it's probably a little bit darker for me now, and then also, or no, it might actually, no, might still be on point. I'm gonna have to go back and try it again because it's been a while. It's been in my kit, and I love this baby, but I think because it was my first like super duper expensive type of foundation, I was like, I am not gonna be using this. I'm gonna keep it and spread the wealth. But I think I'm gonna put this back in my personal kit and use it for myself and give a real updated foundation review on it. But I'm sure you guys have seen so many guru reviews, so maybe you don't need mine. The next are Maybelline. First are the Fit Me. These are the concealers. I do like them because I use them to highlight and conceal. I use these for my kit because, as you can tell already, these are just not my colors. They're not for me, but they are great. They stay in place, and I think they do a really good job. I haven't tried the ones in the liquid, the tube. I haven't tried the liquid ones that are in the long tube, the ones that are comparable to the NARS Creamy Concealer, the Concealer Crack. I haven't tried those yet, so once I definitely get my hands on those, I would love to give a review on it. I have the Dream Matte Mousse. I have this in cocoa. My sister actually gave this to me, and I do like it. Again, this is one of those ones that I'm going to put out in my bathroom so that I can try it. I do like that it feels moussey. It's, you know, kind of airy-like. That's the whole thing that they're going for. I just haven't figured out how I like to apply it yet. I'm not into sponges anymore. I've decided that's just not my thing. I know. But I do like the color. I like the consistency. And I think this will be really, really great once I figure out how I'm going to use it. And then the last is the Maybelline Dream Nude. I love this. I'm not going to spray it out because unfortunately, like, I feel like when you use this, it's like wasting, but it comes out like an air foam. Let me do it. The other reason why I like it. And you just have a little bit. And it comes out kind of in that form. It's like going all over my hand now. But it comes out and then it just blends out completely into your color, and this is obviously too much. But as you guys see, it's very liquidy. I will say that you want to make sure that you shake it really, really well. But again, this is the thing that I love about it. As soon as you put it on and it like starts to go into your skin, like look at that. It literally just air foams into the skin. Like, I love it. And it's a great consistency, as you can see. It gives you like this wonderful, again, luminous kind of skin look. I will say with this, you will have to get a powder. As an oily girl, I do love the way that this looks. I love the way that it applies. Maybelline, sorry. Maybelline did something right with this. I like that there's sunscreen in it, but it is going to let that natural shine come through. So if you are oily like myself, or you are kind of dry and you know, have those patches, it's going to come through. So definitely use a setting spray on it and then make sure you just blot yourself, because that is what works. And the last is the Queen Girl collection. I have it in Spicy Brown and Rich Mink. I have not tried these. I'm going to try them because they are the Natural Hue liquid makeup, and I've heard such great things about the Queen collection. It's always sold out wherever I go. I can't ever get anything. And then not to mention, it's oil-free, moisturizing makeup. It's just supposed to do all this really good stuff for your skin, and I have two colors that I think would be perfect if I mix them together. I am, you know, keeping this in my kit, and I've had it, and I'm glad that I'm going through all the foundation because this is definitely something that I would have skipped out on or missed out on. So I'm going to try these for myself or for clients, but I'm definitely going to come back and give you guys a review on these because I've been waiting to like bust these open, and I just haven't had the chance to. Now we're going to go into a couple of compacty stuff. First, we're going to talk about some MAC things. I have MAC Studio Fix, and I have MAC Studio Tech. Studio Tech is a cream to powder kind of foundation, and this one is just a powder foundation. To be honest, this is not really so much my skin tone anymore. I've decided that I actually use this to kind of set my under eyes. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I am NW45 with their concealer, and that happens to be all the products that I am. I'm NW45 in this, NW45 in this, and I don't know if that's just them going with, you know, what they know, but because of that, and the concealer is kind of the same, you know, color, and I don't have a powder that I use right now other than the ELF brightening powder. I don't want to get rid of this because it was a great investment and I still do use it, so that's what I use it for. This, however, is a lot of my skin tone, and I definitely do like it. As you can see, I have hit pan on this baby. I've had my Studio Fix longer than my Tech, and whenever I get my Tech, like, I go to town on it. I had to stop using it at a point, but I do love this foundation. I think it is beautiful. When it dries, I like to use a wet brush with it. I swirl it around and then just swirl it over my skin. It looks amazingly beautiful, and if you haven't tried it, definitely try it, especially if you are a matte person or an oily person. For dry skin, I'm not sure if this would be great for you guys, only because it does start off as cream, but it does dry to powder, so it might be something that might show off those dry skin patches. You might be better off with just their liquids. But yeah, I really do love this. This was one of the first things I've ever bought in makeup and foundation. I've repurchased it over and over, and I'm going to keep repurchasing it. I haven't tried these, and I'm not sure if I'm going to, only because they're just not my skin color. Once I'm able to try them, I'll definitely give a review. As well as with the Time Balm, I got these on sale at Perfumania. I mean, the balm is amazing, but this is just not my skin color. It is light to medium, and this is definitely something that I got for my kit. So again, once I definitely have a review on that, I will let you know. But I've heard good things about it, so hopefully we stick with it and we'll see. The next is Inglot. Love Inglot. It's their cream to powder foundation. I love it. The only thing is that the Studio Tech from MAC is a little bit more easier to work with. This is very, very creamy. So you have to be very light. I would say use a stippling brush with this. With the other one, I don't know, I kind of could use like any just regular brush that I had, like a flat kabuki brush, and it just worked. Specifically my Sonia Kashuk brush. My Sonia Kashuk flat kabuki brush, the one that I showed you guys in the favorites. The second part is up if you haven't seen it. That brush and Studio Tech were like my first makeup evers, so those two work together. I cannot do the same thing with this. With this, I have to use like a stippling brush, or I have to put my finger in it and dot lightly and then blend it out. But I will say this gives such a beautiful application. I think I might wear this on my birthday. This is just one of those ones that I just love. And this is color 92 cream powder. I don't know, it's kind of 92, high up there. The next is the Sephora mattifying powder. I got this literally, and I love that it still has the Sephora sign somewhere in there. I got this on like a weird, I was just in line where they have like all that stuff in line. If you've been to the Sephora, you know what I'm talking about. Basically like the crunch down line, or as I call it, the crackdown, because you'll have everything that you need, and then you're like, oh, roll-ons, $6. I can afford that. You can't. Yeah, you can, but you know you shouldn't. So I seen this, and it was one of those like, oh, it's like $3 or something. It was just really inexpensive. I was like, oh, whatever, it's a mattifying powder. I need a new powder. Yeah, I'll do it. I love this. This is actually what I'm wearing today in the middle of my face, and it's what I wore yesterday. It is just so beautiful, and it does exactly what it says. It mattifies like so good. I wore it all day yesterday, and I will have pictures up on Instagram, but oh my god, guys, it's so beautiful. It is so amazing, and I just can't even I wish I found out about this sooner. I don't know if they even sell it anymore. If they do, I'm definitely going to get it. It's oil-free, mattifying, like I said. At first, they used it as just a top kind of powder. I wasn't sure how to use it, and then I just decided, okay, use it as a foundation and try it. Literally, for the center of my T-zone, amazing. Another thing that I got that I was disappointed with was Ruby Kisses. It's no more blemish kind of concealer, and as you can see, that's why I'm upset with it. It just really does not blend out. It gives like a harsh kind of look. It's very ashy-ish. It was from my beauty supply store, so I'm not upset. I mean, I thought the little, Ruby Kisses thing that they give you is cute, but I, for the most part, thought that I could use this in my kit, and now I realized, yeah, this was like maybe $5, $6 that I wasted that I wish I could get back, but hey, those are the breaks in sometimes doing things. The last things I'm going to talk about are things that I really don't like, and I saved them for last because I hate them. So without further ado, here are the things I will not rewrite ever. Black Radiance, as you can see, I have their liquid foundation. I showed you the one that I like better. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that was their BB cream. This is their foundation. I don't know why, but their foundation feels like it's changed to me in this tube. I used to use it. It was actually one of the first ones before I upgraded to MAC that I would wear. And it has this, oh God, sorry. It has this like kind of flat toppy doe footy-ish kind of applicator. And this was before I knew how to do makeup, so yeah, I'm sure that I can probably use this now and be better at it, but I just remember the consistency being very cakey looking. No matter how much I used, whether it was a lot, and of course, if it's a lot, it's going to look cakey, but even when I started to learn how to do makeup better and applying my foundation, the less even that I used, it just looked cakey. It looked super fake. Like, you could tell that it was makeup on my skin. It just didn't adhere right. And then I even tried, once I learned about primers, I was like, oh, let me put a primer in it. And it just did not make the difference. I do love their BB cream. I feel like their BB cream is so much better. And as you can see, this is like their new packaging. And this is kind of like oldish packaging. I'm not sure, but they don't have like the square on the black part of the black radiance like they do. And maybe it just might be the bottles look like this and the tubes look like this, but something about this is better than this now. And I've reached for this a lot more than ever wanting to go back to the foundation. And I remember when I ran out of it, I was like looking at it and I was like, no, I can find something else. I wasn't like too much missing it. So, and this, that's just alarming. The next is the Beauty Benefits by Wet n Wild. Okay, so dollar store, I know, and I should have kicked myself, but I was like, hey, it's my color kind of. I could use it for maybe highlighting something. It smells so awful. Like, I am a huge, like, I am against foundations that smell. Mainly because that means that there's something that has been injected into it, either a perfume or some kind of a dye, something is in it that makes it no longer natural. And all foundations aren't natural. Yes, I know, they have tons of ingredients and things in them, but when you add a scent to it, it just makes it worse for your skin and your pores, and I hate that. And I got this and I thought it gave like a really nice, beautiful kind of application. I mean, I don't like jars for one, but look. That's one of the problems with it. The makeup is stuck in here. Like, it's stuck. I can't even get it out. And then it just, yeah, I don't like smells in my makeup. So I really wish I didn't buy this, but for $1, I'm not mad at myself. I'm just glad that I didn't put this on anyone. And the piece de resistance, because you guys know I love BH Cosmetics. Like, I love BH Cosmetics. If you watched my favorites, you know I shouted them out. You know I loved, like, there's so much that I had. Well, of course, every favorite or every wonderful thing that you love, you gotta have a hate with it. And I absolutely 100% hate these foundations. I bought 3 because they were having a huge sale around the time when Keek, and that's K-E-E-K, not K-I-K. I don't know what the other one is, but Keek, when it came out, I was part of like this whole makeup, like, you know, site girls and GGS. It was really awesome. They would, you know, shout out when there's a sale for something or let you know about things, and I wish, you know, Keek worked better because I would get back on it. But when these came out, I was like, oh, this will be so great. You know, I love BH Cosmetics already as it is. Glass bottles, they have a pump, which is awesome. They're going to be great for my kit, and I think the sale was like $1 or $2 for them, and they had 8, so I got, you know, 3, and I've always learned to get a dark color, a medium color, and a light color. So that way you can always mix your colors and get the foundation that you're looking for or get the color that you're looking for. That's a great tip that you can have right there. If something's too dark and too light and you don't know what to get both of them. Try it out when you get home. Mix them together, and if they both work, wonderful. If it just isn't right, either you just need to do a lot more testing or just don't go with it, because you're always going to have to try to find the perfect medium, and sometimes that's just a little bit too much, especially with just wanting to get ready like that. But I hate these because they smell. Like, they really, really smell. It has this, oh my god. The only thing that I could think of is if you put on the sunscreen, like the really old school kind of sunscreen, like, and this doesn't have SPF in it. It's the Complexion Collection. Oh my god. I don't even know. I got mocha, I got espresso, and I got deep cocoa. And oddly enough, this is deep cocoa and this is espresso. Shouldn't they change those? Because this looks like a deep cocoa and this looks like an espresso. But hey, that's not my job in naming things. It just smells like sunscreen. Like, really, like I have a sunscreen from Elizabeth Grady, and it smells like that. And that's okay for me because that's sunscreen. Like, I expect it to smell like that. And I don't like the way that this smells. I thought everything about it was beautiful. I loved the packaging. I loved everything until I sprayed it. And I thought maybe it was because I got it from online, so I gave it a couple of days to like oxidize and shook it up, and no, it's just awful. And as much as I love BH Cosmetics and as much as, you know, they're my jam, they missed me with this. So that being said, I would not recommend these. I know that they have a Pro Studio line that has some powders that are a lot better. I would recommend those. They haven't got them in the deep enough shade for me yet, not that I've seen. If they have, let me know because I'm definitely going to be on that. But as far as their liquids, I wouldn't go with it. So that's all of the foundations that I had. I hope this video wasn't too long. I know if it was, I definitely probably already made 2 parts, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But those are all the foundations that I have in my collection. And now that I've gotten through some things that I know I don't love, some things that I'm going to try to use, we can start to experience some new things together, because I have gone through all the drugstore foundations that I can, and I've decided it's now time to upgrade myself and try to get some foundations from the department store. One of them being Lancome. I've heard so many things about it, so that is my new thing. I'm going to try to truck myself, and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to give you guys a review. But for the most part, these are all of the things. I hope the tips and the reviews were helpful or tipful to you. Tipful. I don't know if that's a word. Don't say it too fast because then it'll sound wrong. I hope these tips and reviews were helpful. And if they were, definitely shoot me a shout out down below. And if I was looking over there, I'm sorry. I thought that my camera angle was over there, and it's actually over here. But to all of you out there, I love you so much. Thanks for watching. And as always, comment, like, and subscribe. See you later.